person, so there's always female everywhere I've worked.
Dr. Bigley is like making us read every day about sex.
She taught you that class? Dr. Bigley?
No.
Oh, no.
Like during literature. Like,
oh, gotcha.
Like, all book we read is about sex.
I know.
That's why I hate literature. So
yeah, that's why
I can't understand. Sex is all about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, huh? Yeah. All right, so we have our reading log for Handmaid's Tale, Chapter 4. And we need to identify, so that's the chapter we just read, what are the key characters and central events that we learned about in Chapter 4. So there were 1, 2, I think you could say there were 3 main kind of categories of characters that got introduced in this chapter. What do you think? Can you guys name any of them?
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Do you remember any, Jack? Big characters. What is Nick?
Cigarettes.
The cigarette, yeah. But what is Nick? What job does he have in Gileadian society?
It's like lower class.
Yes.
Washing car and.
Yeah. What job is his?
Guardian.
Yeah.
Because for men, it's only guardian, angels, and commanders.
Yeah. So he's a guardian. Guardians were introduced and talked more about, so we know more about who the guardians are. And then we also learned about the Secret Service. What is the Secret Service called? Yeah, the eyes. Okay, so those are the big characters that were introduced in Chapter 4. So it's odd to think about guardians and eyes as a character because it's many people, but it's more that Atwood is introducing the roles of what those characters do. So we have Nick, we have the guardians, and we have the eyes as the main characters in Chapter 4. What is the big central event? This whole chapter was really just talking about one thing. It probably would have in real life taken Ulfred maybe 20 minutes to do this, but it takes up the whole chapter. What was she doing in this chapter?
Flirting with guys.
Yeah, she was flirting with guys, but she was on her way to go somewhere while she was flirting with guys. There was a lot of flirting going on, huh? She flirted with Nick. She flirted with the Guardians. Yeah. Where was she going?
Like shopping?
Yeah. In Chapter 3, she left the kitchen. Rita had given her the token book so she could go shopping. So this whole chapter was about her just getting through the checkpoint so she could go shopping. So she hasn't even gone shopping yet. But it is the walk. I would say that the central event is the walk to the checkpoint to go shopping. Do you want to copy mine, Jack?
Yeah.
That might be easier.
Here?
Right here. The walk to the checkpoint to go shopping.
Miss Sonia, I think if we live under a Gilead society, we were both okay for that because Jack can draw the woman and we can look at it together.
Are you up for that, Jack?
No.
You can go to Gilead. All right. So
the thing is, we are not Christians, so we're probably gonna get killed.
It's possible. Yeah. Comment on what Atwood is trying to show the reader. What do you think Atwood is trying to teach you? So this is still would be considered an introductory chapter. She's still setting the story up, right? So that when the big events happen, so if you remember, we look at a story as having, it starts low and it goes up to its culminating event, and then it goes down again. So we're not up here yet. We're still down here. setting up what's going to happen up here so we understand it. So what do you think Atwood in this chapter is setting up for us?
So, like telling you about like the social status of men.
Yeah.
In their society.
Yeah. And then I think also the rules, a little bit more about the rules between how men and women can interact. Would you agree with that, Jack, do you think? Yeah. Okay. So I think we could put there that it's the social roles of men. Is that what you said, Tom? The social roles. Here, I can put it here so you can see me. Social roles of men. Look at my handwriting go wonky.
It's better than... That's pretty good.
We got all sideways. That's okay. So social roles of men, and then how the rules on how men and women can interact. Where is that? And interact just means the way that they can or can't talk to each other, can or can't touch each other, that kind of thing.
Key quotient.
Yeah. Okay, so what's a key quote that you want to, a key quotation? Yeah, go find something on whatever you want to put as your key quotation.
Never mind.
You can
I don't want children to see it.
Oh, nobody will see it. You're keeping that, so. I would say that my key quotation would be, I enjoy the power of a dog bone, passive but there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, I found the same one.
Yeah, I think that really wraps it up. I do.
What I'm gonna write, it's like they will suffer later.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Like, people can do that kind of thing in their bed, like at night in their dreams.
Yeah, it's true. That's called well, the technical term is called a nocturnal emission. The normal term that people say, that boys will say amongst themselves, is a wet dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to have that kind of dream when I was
Everybody does. All boys do. All boys do, because it's part of the hormones changing.
I hate it.
Yeah. And with that said, I just noticed something different. Power of a dog bone. So in American culture, sometimes when a man is not a faithful partner, faithful boyfriend or husband, they'll call him a dog. That guy's a dog. And a bone is another word for an erect penis. So the power of a dog bone could also mean, again, it could be a reference
so like
to
the men are dogs and the women are bones.
Yeah.
And the dog came
So
after.
that too, but also the man itself could have a dog. It could be his erection of his penis. So, yeah. So that kind of, I think now that I've read that, I feel like that's a double meaning. Again, that's what Atwood does throughout all of her books are all double meanings for phrases. So, okay. Add the main types of imagery. Oh, I'm going to let you guys do that for homework. Okay? To add the main types of imagery you find in that chapter and what themes appear. So you could draw a picture, you could write something that created an image in your mind, whatever you want to do. Okay? So we're going to end there because it is time for history.